Ohzhe. Walk around with my head high. God be the confidence level of my accomplishments. Haters talking, they condescend. Remember back with no pot to pissing. Had optimism ride around in a Honda. Cool plot moves on how to get it. Got a lot to mention for the story, not a IG post. Stressing for the glory. My shit philosophy like Plato stories, allegory. The shadows on the wall tell it all. Silhouette show me that it's corny.
Let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know why I even started that way. I have, to me, I have a very distinguished guest to the in front of me. I have my boy Ohzhe.
Better believe it.
From the capital region, representing Albany. Very talented dude, man. Just happy to freaking have him. Oh man, this interview was supposed to be like months ago.
Yeah.
I keep bugging him. He would have did it, but I suck.
Nah, don't do that. Don't do that. We got our lives, bro.
Thank you, bro. Oh man, thanks for coming.
Appreciate you,
bro. Damn, like we just had the greatest conversation before this, so it's gonna be like trying to catch up to that.
It's all good.
Damn, bro. I'm gonna start off with you rap, you make your own beats, you even try to do your own videography.
Yeah.
When did you start like the rap stuff, and then like what like was your major influence that got you there? Like what did you grow up listening to music? Like what?
Yeah. So it started off, like I told you, it started off with like creative writing and like combating like my nightmares and shit as a kid. I used to write like little short stories about like Freddy Krueger, Jason, Michael Myers, Chucky being like detectives to combat like my fear. And it just helped like with just like my imagination and being more confident in my writing. Then that eventually led into poetry and doing short stories with my friends. Like I told you, we were doing like video game. We take our favorite video game characters and we make stories about them and shit. And that led to poetry, and then doing freestyles over like little mixtapes that I would find. Then LimeWire came out. I started going crazy on that. Downloading instrumentals, making beat tapes for me and my friends to freestyle to in class. And then that from there was history, bro. Like it just was like I met someone who put me on to a studio. The studio I went to was trash, but I got my first song out. I was like 15. It was going. Bro, it was a fucking microphone with a sock on it. I'll tell this story to the day.
Yes.
It had a sock. It was tied to a radiator pole, like a heating pole, and it had a sock on it. And we recorded off of, I think, like Adobe or some shit like that.
Nice.
But yeah, nice. Man, you gotta start somewhere, right?
Hell yeah. So like, does growing up in Albany, like growing up in the capital region, does any of that like influence your music? Like, is there things you see in Albany that like kind of like that you love to write about? Is there like things there that's like?
So I will always like to look at like the way I approach my music as like a journalist. Like I like to look at it like I'm only telling you what the environment is giving me. Whatever environment I'm in, I'm telling you what the environment is giving me. I'm telling you what I'm seeing. I'm telling you what I'm feeling. And like I'm applying my knowledge, my experiences, my wisdom all tied in with lyricism and giving you my perspective from, just from my perspective. Oh shit. My perspective on where everything is going on around me. So yeah, all of the 518 in general, no matter where I am, it's always gonna have an effect on my lyricism and my music.
Nice. Fucking is there any artist that you like that inspires you like to get into the music, like to get into the studio? You hear
in general or out here?
Both. Actually, I'll start with in general.
In general, it varies, bro, because my music taste is like everywhere. Because I'm a Gemini, so I'm listening to everything from pop. I ain't too heavy in pop. That's my girl. Like my girl, like she's not like super heavy into pop music, but we both are the same. Like we listen to mad different types of music.
Yeah.
But like I love alternative rock. I love alternative music. It just everything, bro.
Yeah.
I pull from everything. I saw an interview with like Tyler. He was like, everything's like a reference point when you want to create. Yeah. So like I'll go back to certain reference points in my time, and I'll take that piece and I'll attach this piece to this, and I'll just connect it and make it my own thing. But artist wise, shit, I'll say like Kendrick, Cole. I'm always listening to new people, bro. I just found this dude named Marco Plus. He's fucking tough.
Marco Plus, okay.
Marco Plus is fire. Shout out to him. Fucking Benny, fucking the whole Griselda, like their sound is fire. I gotta tap in a little bit more with Rock Marciano.
Yeah. A lot of people tell me about him. I haven't tapped in yet.
From what I heard, he really set the standard for like the wave that's coming out now. That the like underground
Buffalo,
grunge, yeah, that type of shit, and make it more eclectic. I'll say like Gambino is a genius.
Childish Gambino.
Oh my God, Donald Glover is a fucking genius.
Yes.
From down to like the creative aspect of like the music videos that he does. Atlanta is one of my favorite shows. Like yes. I pull from everything. Like I just don't even pull it just from. I pull my inspirations from music. I pull it from everything. So from out here though, I'm gonna go Rakim.
Rakim Ali.
That's that. He got it. Definitely my boy Marcel, Jimmy Bucks, Top Beamin. I haven't heard from him in a while. I hit him up recently. Shout out to that guy. Shout out to Top Beamin.
Yes,
shout
sir.
You, bro.
Top was good, bro.
Who else out here? And I'm like that one. I'd be like, nah, this motherfucker. I can't think off the fly.
It's all good.
But those are
He's not missing you out though.
Yeah, nah. It's not even like that. But those are the ones who I think like, yo, nah, like they really got their they really got their like their flow going. Not even just like lyrically, but just like whatever they're doing, they're staying consistent with it. And I admire that craft. I admire their craft. So yeah.
Nice. Now, again, so you do your own beats, you do your own videos. When you make a beat, what gets you in that zone? Like, what? Because all right, and the reason I asked that question, like when I make a beat, I like pianos, I like shit like that. Mm-hmm. Like that's my shit. That's why you don't hear all the heavy bass and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But like, what inspires you when you make your beats? Like, is it the same thing? Like,
it's whatever I'm feeling. Like whatever emotion I'm feeling in the moment. Most of the time, it's just like I want to do it just to do it. Like I just be like, I want to make a beat. And then I'll just go, splice, got mad fucking samples. I'll just be clicking. And then I'll find one and I'm like, mostly my stuff is soul based. Like I love things that can make me trigger my soul.
Yeah.
Because that's going to influence the writing. So like whatever is soul based, I'm going to go towards. I'll start with the sample and then I'll fuck with the drums. I'll either make my own drum pattern or I wish I had an MPC because I really be getting into it. Or I'll like find samples on there and I'll just copy and paste, chop them up, copy and paste, all of that. So yeah, like my process is just that pretty much. It's like there's no really set, like I'm just pulling ideas from ideas and what I'm feeling in that moment. I don't really be thinking about too much like that.
It's all good. So that's production.
Yeah.
Like production, you just trying to like catch a feel, catch a vibe.
Figuring it out in the process. Like I like working on the fly sometimes, like to see where it takes me. One minute I'll be making like a fucking Afro pop beat or Afro and then I'll go from like making alternative rock or some shit.
Yeah.
I'll be experimenting a lot, so just to see what I come up with.
Dope. Now, when I met you first, let me remember it. I know we were at a show. I definitely know it was an event.
Was it the top of the garage?
I think it was the top of the garage.
That shit was fire.
100% sure it was the top of the garage. Yeah. And I met you and your brother, and I was gonna segue into your relationship with your brother. Yeah. I have two brothers, and I love brother relationships. It's just my thing. I love sibling relationships. Mm-hmm. I think that your parents are your parents, but your siblings are the people that's going to be here for the rest of your life. Your parents are not supposed to be here for your whole life. Mm-hmm. So your siblings, everything. What does your relationship with your brother mean to you, bro? Because I know it means a lot, but...
So, he's not my blood brother, but... Couldn't even tell.
Damn, I wouldn't tell. You couldn't tell me that.
That's
shit,
my
bro.
guy. Like, shout out to Juma. That's my brother. Like for real. Like fuck, we don't even gotta have blood, but that's like my brother.
That's your brother.
And
that's your brother.
We met in like 2010 or something around that time. So we've been cool for like 10 years going on. Damn. And he just been a guiding force for whatever I've been doing and being like that, just that creative energy. That man, you gotta go. You gotta keep do this. You gotta like. What was it saying that he used to say to me? Is like, what the fuck was it? Gotta get it done.
Yeah.
You got it. No matter what, you gotta get it done. Get your ass up and get it done. And
I like
we
that.
just like from there. That's I like people who can hold me accountable. You know what I mean? So like he's one of those people that's not gonna beat around the bush. He's gonna tell me what it is. He's gonna be real. Shout out to you, bro.
Word.
Great artist. Before he was rapping, let me tell you, this motherfucker, he can spit.
I believe it. I believe it.
His influences is Bone and 3-6 and
get the fuck out of
bro.
here. Okay.
He's nice. But he took a back seat to focus on his creative art, like the drawing.
Yeah.
And he does a lot of graffiti art, and I don't want to even call it graffiti art. It's just that's one of his reference points.
Yeah.
Eventually, it'll expand to something bigger. And I'm looking forward to seeing what he do with that.
I've seen some shit. Like he's showing me like his like portfolio, and it is a little bit of graffiti, but he does like a lot of different like animation stuff, and like I think he showed me some anime renderings kind of thing.
He's not. I don't think he's into the animation aspect. Like he's not there yet. Like, Or it's just not something that is a reference point for him. He's just going off of what the influences that he's learned from, and he's trying to make it his own.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He wants to do it different than what everybody else is doing. It's like hip hop. Everybody got this mad different subgenres, but he's taking what he knows and he's trying to make it his own thing. And that's one of the things that I admire about bro, because it makes me feel the same way about my music. And he tell me all the time, like, I'm different from everybody out here.
Yeah.
And that same thing, like my music is the equivalent to his art. And shout out to my fiance. She is another amazing artist.
Oh wow,
bro.
Okay, talking, bro. Damn,
she's amazing. And I learned from them because they have their own styles. I keep hitting the shit. They have their own styles, and I admire that because it helps me remain true to my authenticity.
That is fire to have like your closest people also be artists. That's amazing in itself because you got people that actually understand your artistry.
Community, bro.
Yeah,
that's important.
Community is very important. You know what? We're gonna get to that. Community. So you volunteer with the SNUG program.
I work with the SNUG
program. He worked with the SNUG. My apologies.
You're
I'm
good.
about to volunteer for the SNUG program. Can you like tell the audience what the SNUG program's about? What what's the mission statement of the SNUG program?
I'll give you the 30-second pitch. We work to reduce gun violence by mediating conflict with people at the highest risk of shooting someone and being shot. And our job is just to get high risk youth and get them to get on the right path. And we do that, that's not me.
That's me.
We just trying to give them different perspectives, change their mindset, and give them opportunities to grow. Because there's not a lot of resources in the community. We got resources, so if we at 3100 6th Ave, pull up, come ask questions. Troy, New York, come ask questions. Come build with me. I'm acting supervisor. I'll be supervising in a couple months. You know what I mean? Well, I am a supervisor. I ain't even gonna say a couple months. I am a supervisor. Come pull up, come meet the team, come ask questions, see what we can do for you. Our job is to help the youth just find a path in the world because it's tough right now. You know what I mean? There's a lot of shit going on, from money to food, all of that.
Yeah.
And our job is to help alleviate some of that tension that you're feeling that you may not have a way out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, man, I love my job. I love what I do. It's taxing. It's very taxing.
It's definitely gotta be emotional, man. It's those kids, man.
Bro, trust me.
Yeah.
It's emotional, but it needs to be. There's work that needs to be done.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Nah, I appreciate that, man, because like, the youth is the future. That's all I gotta say about it. Like, hope for the youth, no hope for the future.
Yo, Tupac.
Yeah.
People will sleep on the youth OD, and the kids got a lot to say. Even the youngest ones, bro. I be having the most intellectual conversations with little kids.
Yeah.
And it's because they're so inquisitive and because they haven't gotten to a point in their life where they reach that they feel like they're closed in on what they can and cannot say.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like just listening, you know what I mean, is enough for them. And a lot of people don't want to listen because people think they know it all, especially a lot of old heads, bro. Like, a lot of old heads think they know everything, and nah, bro, you really don't.
No, because the world has changed as you've grown up. I tell people that the world's changed as you've grown up, so you might not even know the world they're walking into.
That's a whole fact. It's different.
You got to talk to them.
Bro, they have access, way more access than what we had when we was growing up. They got access to everything.
Yeah.
In their hands.
Yup. Computer in the hands.
Bro, just walking around, I wonder what death is like. And nigga just, you know what I mean? So like, their minds are I was gonna use indoctrinated, but their minds are just like you're subjected to so much so early on, and it makes them have to think more. And a lot of adults be like, why are you so grown? Nah, motherfucker, this kid is really like, they have a mind, bro. They're a person. So
they do.
Yeah, so.
And they see a lot.
Yeah.
And you don't realize it. You know, like, they see everything. They understand some of it, a lot of it. You don't think they do, but they understand a lot of it. And you can't just dismiss them like, oh, I've been here. You don't know what you're talking about. Yes, they do.
Yeah.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
They've been there, and they're coming to you because, you got the expertise, and they trust you, but they're also coming to you for your guidance. They're also coming to you for you to listen to.
Because they don't know how to move around it sometimes.
Yes.
So they need you to navigate what they're learning to have a better understanding about what it is. And most cases, like, you got to be patient. You really have to be patient, because they may feel like they have the answer to what the problem that they have, but they won't get there without someone being like, maybe you should do it different. Yeah. Because I've done what you're about to do.
That's the older person's job. It's like, okay, I see that pitfall. Yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah. I'm telling you, I did that. It did not go well.
You go on the right path, but let's get back. Yeah, exactly.
And the youth need that. And, that's what we here with SNUG, man. We help to guide you, man. And, I feel like, I was just talking about this the other day. I feel like the language of help, like, people take it a different. Everybody's language for help is different.
Yeah.
So like, what help is to you is different for me. So like, people have to learn to specify what it is they need help with exactly, and that's hard because you got so much going on.
Yeah.
So, that's just what my thought was. Like, the language of help, like learn the difference between like what it is you're asking for, so that way the people with the resources can pinpoint exactly what it is that you need help with.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying?
Got you. Like, focus on something, because like.
Yeah, because if you got this, and this, and this, and this, and this, and this, and this going on, we can't really do all of that at once. We have to take baby steps. So what is the first issue? What is the main thing that you want to work on that we can attack, that we can trickle down and go through the rest of the things?
And you kind of do that with the youth.
Yeah,
like you'll catch, like, individually, of course, and you'll see what their individual, like,
asking questions, and that's called what we call that is motivational interviewing. It's just letting them do most of the talking and listening to what exactly it is that they're trying to say or articulate. And I'm one of those people too. Like, I need to hear myself say it out loud to be like, all right, that makes sense. Because I'll be asking a question that I already have the answer to.
Right, but you gotta hear, like,
yeah. So being that listening ear can help people figure out their own problems without you having to tell them anything or have to suggest.
Very much so.
Or you could suggest and just get better with asking questions.
Okay.
Because when you I'm saying not you, but
no, I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
Asking questions helps people answer their own
navigate.
Thing.
It makes them think about the question, like, okay.
So what did you do for yourself today to make you better than yesterday? And they'll go through a list of things that they think that was good for them. Oh yeah, I bought me an ounce of this, and I ate me a beef patty with cheese, and I just saw my girlfriend, and all of these things that they think is good for them. And you're like, and you break that down, like, so what is it about that you did this to get you this result, and do you think this is going to help you for later? And people need that. People need to hear themselves think out loud. I feel like that's
I love it, bro. I'm gonna go to your first project.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go to your first project because I know that started the whole, like, everything. And there's a part 2 that came out.
Yes, sir.
Last month.
Yep.
Last month. So Paradise Falls.
Yes, sir.
First project. What was it like making that project? Like,
I had a bunch of, like, I was just making songs. And then I reached like a certain cap where I was like, all right, I think I have like 10 songs, so I'm good with this. And then I just was like, what am I gonna call it? Yeah. Paradise Falls comes from one of my favorite video games, and if people pay attention, like, I leave crumb trails. I like doing that, like breadcrumbs. Paradise Falls comes from Fallout
Okay. Because I heard Peace Walker and I thought Metal Gear Solid.
That, no. G shit. Peace Walker came from Metal Gear.
Love it.
Because
love it.
That Metal Gear was like one of my favorite Metal Gears.
I love Metal Gear.
Was fucking fire.
Yeah,
bro.
Peace Walker was the shit.
No, Snake Eater was my favorite Metal Gear.
All right.
Snake Eater was tough.
I love Snake Eater.
Peace Walker, I didn't really get to play. I think that was the handheld one. I think
Yeah, and it was the one. It was the weird one because it was like Vietnam kind of thing.
Yeah, I didn't get to play it, but I love that name, Peace Walker.
I love it.
It was tough.
Yeah.
So I'll do a lot of like in Vault 7. Vault 7 is my media company. Vault 7 comes from Fallout.
Oh,
you know
okay.
So like these things that make who I am, I give people a piece of that. So yeah, what was the question?
No, Paradise Falls. What was it like making Paradise Falls? And then I was gonna segue into what is your favorite song on Paradise Falls?
On the first one?
On the first one. Because I know like most people's favorite songs
Picasso
invoke
Dreams.
some emotion.
Picasso Dreams.
So Picasso Dreams is your favorite song.
Yes.
Like what about the song that makes it your favorite, like the subject? You know what I mean? Because I'm going to have people listen to this shit.
Bro.
We sending all the links.
I was going the fuck off. I was going off and I was in the shelter with my mom when I wrote it. And it just was in, and like I was like hungry. I wanted to get the fuck out of this, out of all of this shit. I want to get out of this. I want to be like this no more. I don't want to live in a shelter. I don't want to be like this. So like I just felt I was hungry, and I was pouring my life out on there and what I was feeling and all of the things that was going on in my life. I was putting that on there, and it just, bro, I was going. It was to Around My Way by Lupe Fiasco.
Okay. I know that song.
The old school Pete Rock.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I mean? So like
yeah.
that beat always gave me some type of trigger, some sort of emotion since like remember Streets, the basketball game?
Yeah, NBA Streets 2, Volume 2. That's my shit.
When that song came on, I was like, I was in the what was the shorty? I was going crazy.
Bro and shit, yeah, bro. Oh, I love that game.
Yeah, so like I pull a lot of my influences come from like video games and shit like that. So the beat though, like that was what created Picasso Dreams.
Picasso Dreams,
Yeah.
gotcha. And that vibe, it's the Reminisce beat. If anybody don't know what that is, the
Yeah.
Pete Rock CL Smooth Reminisce beat, but Lupe kind of like
He added some
refreshed it away.
Yeah.
Because I know both songs and shit, and I love the Lupe version, but I
Yeah.
love Lupe, like underrated, very underrated artist.
Very,
like,
very.
one of the most underrated
He set
people.
the tone, bro. He
Yeah.
set the tone. I was watching an interview, or was it like a document? It was something. It was like comparing Kendrick and Lupe. And Lupe really opened the doors for a lot of niggas like Kendrick.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Yeah.
And I don't mean that in no type of like crazy way, but it's real shit. When Lupe came out, he was popping in MySpace days. They said like
Yes, he was.
He opened that door for like
Yeah.
the backpack rappers to really be talking their shit. Not only that, he was on the fashion wave. He was on a lot of shit for a lot of niggas, bro. But he was too, and that's another thing that I didn't really take into account was he survived through the Southern trap.
Oh, yes, he did.
Bro.
Yes, he did. He came right into that.
Yeah.
Like 2002, 2003, when Jeezy and all of them is like running the town.
Yeah.
He's Chicago boom bap backpack. I don't want to put him in a box, but you know, he's doing his thing, and everything else was like Coke Boy City, bro.
Yeah, and that's something that's admirable. That's why I fuck with Lupe. I don't want to be like pretentious and be like I heard all his projects, because
it's hard.
but I listen to what I listen to, and there's certain people that put me onto like. When he was rapping backwards, he had a project that he did forward and backwards, all of that stuff, and that's like, and he's just a wordsmith in general.
Very much so.
Didn't he teach like something in some college or something?
I believe so. I heard
hip-hop?
something similar. I don't know it offhand,
Yeah.
you know, but I think he taught some kind of hip hop studies or
Yeah.
something like that. He definitely very intelligent.
Yeah,
Very intelligent.
yeah,
And we was talking about the SNUG program because another thing that O was telling me about with the SNUG program is that they are gonna open up a studio, or already a studio opened up for the kids, right?
Yep.
And I love what O was telling me about. What he's trying to do is get the youth to like kind of expand their vocabulary, kind of like not all about the drill, the trap, but like to kind of tell the story without it being so derogatory, but still being descriptive, I guess.
Yeah, be more creative about what it is you're trying to say, because everybody's saying the same thing. Everybody got ops now. Everybody's sipping on a fucking foe. Yeah. Everybody's smoking on somebody's dead cousin. Yeah. Everybody's saying the same shit. What I will give credit to is the beat selection is crazy. Yeah. These motherfuckers is doing drill raps over fucking Britney Spears loops. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that's more power. That's credit. I respect it. I love it. And there's a couple of drill songs that I do like, and I like because it's the direction they take. And it's not so much about like I said, you can still talk your shit, bro. But we feeding too much into a narrative that's destructive. And like I said, we was talking, I was like, in order for that to change, the environment has to change. And that's what SNUG is here for.
Yes, sir.
We're here to change the perspective and trying to give light and make the community better, so that way we could talk more about our lives and outside of having ops and all of these other things. Like I want to help you tell your story outside of, because you giving them niggas too much power, bro.
Yes.
Like you giving niggas too much power and to control your narrative and tell they, you know what I mean? Like you don't. I feel like you don't want that. You shouldn't want that. No. You know, and like I ain't trying to tell niggas what to do. Like I ain't the Mr. Know-it-all. You know what I mean? But tell you gotta what you say, you gotta control your narrative.
Definitely.
Control your narrative. You gotta find a way to control your narrative, so that way nobody else telling your story for you, because anybody gonna tell your story better than you.
Nope, not at all. And I do tell people that, like, control your narrative, because like you know your story. You can tell your story. And like you said, don't give people power over your progress.
Yes.
Don't give people power over your progress. Like, you're progressing and you keep going backwards because this person or that person. Nah, bro.
But I get
You've come from how far? You got to remember that shit, because you don't want to go backwards.
I get it, though, because it's, you know, I get it.
It's all around you.
Because it's every day. You wake up to it. But you got to want different. You got to want it. You got to want things to be different in order for it to be different. And, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know where I'm trying to go. You just gotta want to be different, bro. Stop letting these motherfuckers tell your story, bro. Stop letting motherfuckers take you out your character. Allowing people to don't let. I say this shit all the time. Don't allow your emotions to supersede your intelligence. You can still talk your shit. I'm not saying you can't be braggadocious. I ain't saying you can't shit on motherfuckers on a song. I'm saying the more you put more energy into whatever you're talking about, the more energy you're going to get back to it.
That's very much
And then people want to do the sob stories. They, man, he's gone. Bro, that was because you guys are putting more energy into each other.
To the negative,
instead of yourself.
Yeah.
Focus on you, bro. Focus on you at the end of the day, because you're going to die alone.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So
Paradise Falls 2.
Yes, sir.
Of course, inspired by the last one, but what made that project make you call that part 2?
I just want to give people part 2. I had a bunch of songs.
I love 2s, 3s. I'm a trilogy guy myself.
So like I have a bunch of like what would you call it, anthropologies? Like, I don't know. Like I have Winter Blues. I have Winter Blues 1, 2, and 3. I have Awkward Thoughts 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Okay. Yeah, so you do what I do, like I think it's anthologies, anthropology. Yeah. You're right about that.
So like,
you do like the part 1. I got you.
Crumb Trails. I want people to like follow. Like, I love when people come to me and be like, "Yo, bro, I've been following you since Awkward Thoughts 2." I'm like, all right, cool. So you listening.
Yes.
You know where I'm at with my music. You know where I'm at mentally. You know where I'm at spiritually. You know where I'm at with my shit. So like, I appreciate that, and that's how I know the difference between people who say they support my shit and the difference between people who actually listening.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I get people say they fuck with me, and this is why I be talking about, like, about support, and you'll hear me talk about it on my EP. People will say they support you, but they're not getting. I'm not begging for support. It's not about begging for support, but stop faking the funk. Don't say, "Oh yeah, bro, you nice, you this, you that, and the third," and then I ask you, "So what's your favorite song?" And the only song
you got is the last shit I put up. I got you.
Bro, you can go through my catalog. And not like, it's not even just that, bro. It's just showing up. And I can do the same. Like, I should start showing up more too. And, you know, I hold myself accountable. I should show up more. And I just be feeling like certain egos be getting involved. And it's tough because everybody wants to be better than everybody sometimes.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong about that, but that's just how I'm perceiving it.
But we're all a community in the ecosystem, so while we're trying to best each other, we're not moving it forward by trying to best each other, because we all got resources that each other don't have.
Right.
Like where I have this and you'll need it, but I need something that you got. Yeah. And it'd be like, yo, we get together, we got all of the resources.
Right. But that's, I ain't, it's not about, it's just about just showing up, bro. And just showing up and being like active with the people that you're saying you fuck with, not just saying it just to say it. Yeah. Because I feel like that's what I fell victim to like a couple years ago. I was just saying it because I wanted to help people get forward. I just wanted to be like, nah, I'm sharing it. I don't care. I'm gonna just share it anyway. Yeah. But then I realized like, do I really fuck with this? Like, do I really fuck?
Question. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that goes a lot to like ties into self. Like, am I lying to myself right now about what I'm feeling about it? Why am I sharing it? What is the purpose outside of just sharing the content that you're posting? Yeah. And 9 times out of 10, it was always because I just want to push people forward. But then I start feeling like, all right, I'm doing all of this and it's not being reciprocated. So now I have to stop that because I'm looking for a result from it. Like, I'm looking for that. So I was like, now I have to be real with myself when it comes to, all right, I'm sharing this because I love this and I'm actively participating in it. I'm not doing this just because this person is cool. Okay. I'm not doing this just because this person is this. Gotcha. You know what I mean? So like, I want that energy when it comes to the support. When I say like, if you fuck with me, listen to what I'm saying. Yeah,
so you can understand what you're supporting.
Yeah, because you don't want to be supporting people blindly.
No,
you know what I mean? Like, what is the purpose? Like,
and when I'm telling people about your music, I want to be able to explain your music.
Yes.
Got you.
Right. Fans, man. Like, you want fans. You don't want just ghost bodies just like sharing. I don't want people just sharing my shit just because they fuck with me. I want you to actually, like, if you fuck with me, cool. But if you're listening to my music, that means more than any, because that's the reason why I do it.
All the music I've ever been put on to was from people. Yeah. And it's because they were fans. Like, I was put on to Nipsey Hussle by my brother because he liked Nipsey. He was like, yo, you got to listen to this dude. And this is what he's talking about. But he told me what he was talking about. He was really a fan. So I know exactly what you mean. It's like, listen to what I'm talking about so you could, like, be able to, like, project that to the other fans. Yes. And so they can understand, because I need your help. I'm not doing this music for myself. I'm doing this music for y'all.
For us, bro. It's about being intentional. Being intentional about what you're doing, being intentional about what you're saying, being intentional. Like, that's why I don't want to jump on this and be just saying things like, people don't support me. You're not obligated to. But be active with the shit that you're saying that you fuck with. Yes. Don't say that you fuck with me and you like my shit and your actions show otherwise, because then I'm taking it as like, yo, like, what is you really trying to say? Yeah. But I can't learning to not take things personal. Like, we was just talking about that.
Yeah.
We can't take things personal based on how somebody else is moving, because that's how they feel. Yeah. But I'm learning is, like, for me, is that I want to be more intentional about the things that I'm supporting, about the things that I'm digesting, about the things that I'm putting. Like, you see me, I got a fucking smoothie and a spinach wrap.
Yes, sir.
Like,
yes, sir.
Water. Like, I'm trying to be more intentional about certain things, because I know, like, I struggle with mindfulness sometimes. And, you know, where there's no direction, there will never be any growth. You know what I mean?
Facts.
If we just,
that's facts.
You know what I mean? So, like, that's what I'm promoting. I want to promote intentionality. Is that a word? Intentionality.
I think so. I'm pretty much sure.
Mindfulness and being intentional, and just being like being true to yourself, bro. Like, because if you lying to yourself just because you want a reaction from something, it's always gonna leave you in a detriment.
Yeah, you'll be lost. It feels like, you know, because you'll be like, damn, where am I?
Yeah,
because I do that sometimes.
Again, I'm not begging for support. I'm asking you to be intentional about the things that I put out. Just be intentional, because I'm being intentional about what I'm writing. I'm being intentional about my craftsmanship. I'm being intentional about the promotion. I'm being intentional about all these things. And who it gravitates towards, I love you, and you're a part of the journey. But don't tell me you fuck with me and your actions show otherwise.
It's like, get on the boat, baby.
If you can't be one foot in,
boat.
1 foot out.
Don't be on the deck. Get on the boat.
If you hear, you hear. If we locked in, we locked in. But don't fake the funk, because I'm going to take it that way, and then I'm going to reciprocate that energy, and then we're just going to be, it's going to be a clash.
Yeah, and that's not,
So, just be intentional, be mindful. Self, all that shit.
Nice. You're working on a project now, EPs, not titled yet.
Nope.
How's that process going? How does this feel as you starting to get into the groove now, where you've done so much that like
I feel like a lot of the projects that I've been doing, and like all the projects that I did before, was like demos, and that's how I'm going to present it. It's like everything else was a demo. Going forward, this is the work that I want to produce, and how I'm being intentional behind the things that I'm doing, the things that I'm saying, all of that. This is all me. Production, videos, all of that stuff, me. I mean, with along the helps, what helps with other people, but being, like I said, just being intentional about what I'm doing in my process, and just attacking and executing. Foundation. Exactly.
Yeah. Building a foundation solo, and then people could jump on board and throw a beat here or like help you with a video here, but you are putting in that groundwork.
Right.
That groundwork. Man.
My next goal right now is I'm trying to work on some shows. Like, I don't want to do showcases no more. I don't think showcases really help artists unless you like really starting out.
I agree.
You know what I mean? Like, you really gotta like hone in on who your fan base is and lock in with them if you're trying to produce results.
Yeah,
and I feel like showcases kind of just like, you ever been to a showcase like 12 motherfuckers on the bill?
I like that he's telling this story. I like that he's telling the story, because the reason I do this show, and it's good he's telling the story. The reason I do this show is because I want the audience to understand what it's like to be on the underground, and showcases is part of the underground. Mm-hmm. And I agree with Ohzhe 100% that it's just a bunch of artists. It's not like really a natural like fan, people that's just coming in and listen to music.
Right.
It's a bunch of artists, and the bad thing about that is it's not nothing bad about like a community of artists. It's just that like some of the artists are not listening to the music because they're on their own journey.
And a lot of people that's coming there is only coming for their mans.
Yeah.
They only going there for their people. They only going there, and then
they out.
You on stage, and you probably got the people that you came with.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's cool. You might get a couple of people that's just stepping in and be like, yo, this motherfucker's nice. But are they your fans? No, they're not. Not yet. No, because you have to create an experience for them. And that's what my goal is. 2018, I did my own show at Troy Kitchen.
Okay.
And it was like mind-blowing, because it was like I had a live band. I got super dressed, and me and my brother, we was suited and booted. And it was an experience because it was me and it was two other artists. It was my boy Chris and his girl Clarissa, and they're both great artists. He's a battle rapper and she's a singer, and he's more than just a battle rapper, but they did their thing. But I had art, people drawing in the process, and Troy Kitchen in general just had its own vibe.
I love Troy Kitchen. I want it. Yeah.
Shout out to Corey. Shout out to
Corey.
Shout
definitely.
Out to,
Corey and
Cloud,
Troy, man.
Cloud Hall.
Yeah, man.
Like, that was an experience, and I feel like artists should be more intentional about that aspect.
Yes.
Like, they should be more intentional about who you're catering your music to,
yes.
Who is your fan base, who are these people, who is your demographic, because a showcase is only going to get you it's like a high. That for me, it's just a high. It's just like, oh, all my people here, we doing our thing. And then 9 times out of 10, you ain't even going to stay for the next act. And
that happens a lot.
That's corny.
Yeah.
That's corny.
Yeah.
And you know, everybody's taste is different. You might not want to hear conscious rap. You might not want to hear trap music. I don't want to be jumping around with niggas screaming A 15 times. Like, I don't want to do that. That's just me. You may like that, but that's just my who I am as a person is not. I'll be forcing it and it'll be unauthentic. And you don't want to be around niggas that's not innate. You know what I mean? So my advice to artists, and this is where I'm going with it, and you will be seeing the results, I will be showing you, is that doing your own shows is where you will want to be, so that you can create your own foundation as an artist in a business, because that's what this shit is.
Yes. Yes,
you know
it is.
So
yes, it is.
It's your craft. It's your art. Treat it as such. Be free. Be fluid. Be open-minded. Be intentional.
Yes, sir.
But take your shit serious, too, is what I'm learning. Like, I have to take myself a way more serious than I did before because, A, I'm getting older. I'm 30 this year.
God
so
bless,
you know what I mean?
man.
Yeah, I'm blessed to see 30, and I want to take my shit to another level, but I also want to show people, like we was talking about it, we was building, bro.
Hell yeah.
Like, I can't give advice if I haven't done it.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
what I can give advice is build your foundation on the show, on your own experience.
Yeah.
Because it will produce results. People who were there, I guarantee you they remember it.
And they're still with you till this day.
I got it. Yeah. You know what I mean?
They're still with you till this day because of that experience of they experienced the Ohzhe experience instead of the mixed experience with 12 different.
Nah, bro.
Yeah.
I don't want a buffet. I want a full course meal. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
I want a full course home cooked meal from scratch. I don't want a buffet. I don't want pre-cooked shit. I want to see more artists be individuals. I want to see more artists creating their own experiences, what they come from, the things that made them an artist. I want to see that shit. I want to see why you're making this type of music outside of having 12 other people jumping on stage with you. You could. And it's not, I'm not, like, I swear to God, I'm not knocking nobody. I'm just saying, it's like, we have to get in that habit of creating experiences, bro, because that's what this is about.
Yes. I tell people it's like a traveling circus.
Yeah.
You got to, when you do the circus, you got to have your merch ready. You got to have your acts ready. Like, a lot of people, they do random acts. When I wanted to do showcases, and I'm not there yet, but when I wanted to do showcases, I wanted to get together the people that were similar, but that was very talented because I'm putting on a show. It's not about the artist, but it is about the artist. What I mean by that is it's about the artist, but it's about me showing the audience what they're getting when they're coming to my show.
Because it's about the people, bro.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we do. We're artists for the people.
Yeah.
We don't, if we wanted to be for ourselves, we draw the shit, stays in our closet, we never see it again.
Yep. And if
we
it's
make
like
the
that,
song,
keep it that
never
way.
see it. Exactly.
Yeah.
I know I'm running on time.
No, you straight. You straight. We keep going.
I'm gonna 10 years from now. 10 years from now, you're 40. God bless. Because I'll be 40 in a couple years. I'm like, shit. 10 years from now, you'll be 40. But 10 years from now, where do you want the Ohzhe experience to go? What is your, like, do you have a vision that far? But do you, like, what's the goal right now,
My first thought was security. Security and a foundation that's solid, bro. Like, I just want a solid foundation. I need security in order to move my music the way I want to. And I've struggled with that my entire life. Like, having like a solid, secure foundation for me to be and cultivate myself as an artist. You know what I mean? Like, I've had it, but like, I fumbled the pack on it.
Oh, we all do.
You know
I
mean?
fumbled a bunch of packs.
You know what I mean? I fumbled the pack, but the pack, the what I say in the song, I said the trap don't stop even when the pack fumbled. Like, you gotta keep going.
That's right. Next pack's coming.
It's coming.
It's coming.
It's coming. You gotta know how you gonna prepare for it though. So like, I want a solid foundation. I want security, and I want to be able to live through my music and support and help people. Like I told you, I want to do my own artist development thing. And
I would definitely want you to go on that.
I was doing something of the sort with Albany Public Library for a few years ago, and it was called Mic Drop, and it was just like me letting the kids come in and freedom of expression and come and talk, rap, whatever they want to do. I'll help them write the songs. But in the process, like I'm telling them, like, yo, bro, like, this is how you formulate a hook. This is how you formulate a verse. Yeah. This is what a BPM is. And there's a lot of things
I didn't know that till I was like 16, bro.
But bro, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. I didn't know a lot of things, and I'm learning. And sometimes it would be days where I'll be learning with them. Like, yo, what does this mean?
Yeah.
And I feel like just that in itself brings community, because it's not like a superior level thing, and I don't want to feel superior over nobody. It's like we're learning together. We're learning with each other. You're teaching me shit too.
Yeah, that's right.
And a lot of them was teaching me like, just be more fun, have more fun with your music. And like, you're always so lyrical. You're always this. And then like Kenny will tell you, like, shout out to Kenny. Shout out to little bro Kenny.
Shout out to Kenny.
And he'll tell me, he's like, yo, bro, it's just too lyrical. You use too many big words. I'm like, but that's just my vocabulary. And that's just who I am. But she's right. That's why I made Love Drill, to have fun. But I also made it for my girl. But it was like, it would go hand in hand.
Yeah.
So like,
and do you remember, like, I know when music, because all of us artists, when we was kids, we was a little looser with the music.
Yeah.
Like, we ain't take it so serious.
Bro,
like,
I was doing gun bars.
Joke. Yeah.
I was doing gun bars. I just posted a video like a couple weeks ago when I was like 16, 15, and I was doing like on my Meek Mill, grungy gun bars, bro. Like it was so like, and people loved it. Like a lot of people shared it. A lot of people loved it. And it was like, I can tell it was because you saw the hunger.
Yeah.
And you saw the confidence.
Right.
And I was free. And I didn't confine myself to anything. But as you get older, you realize being intentional is important.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
I love that you mentioned that, because it's true. It's like you got to be a balance. You got to enjoy it.
Yes.
But you got to be intentional, because you got to pinpoint what the goal is.
Yeah.
You ain't going nowhere if you don't got a goal.
With no direction, there's no growth.
Yeah.
So like I learned that I wanted to tell my story, and I wanted to, you know what I mean? Like before it was just because I wanted to be like Lil Wayne or 50. And
you start off,
Meek Mill. I wanted to be like all of the Drake. I wanted to be like them. I wanted to be famous. I wanted fame so bad as a kid.
Oh yeah.
But then as I got older, I realized like that shit don't really mean nothing. It's not about fame. It's about getting paid. I ain't gonna. It's about getting paid.
You gotta be secure. But you said the word.
Yeah.
You gotta be secure, but
it's not about the dollar.
No,
it's not about the dollar. The dollar is just a tool.
That's right.
You know what I mean? It's just a tool to get you to open doors. But it's not something to base and a lot of motherfuckers base their personality around it.
Yeah.
Money, I gotta get the bag. I gotta get the bag. I gotta get the bag. Shut your ass up and go meditate. Go sit your ass down in a corner. Go figure something out, bro, because it's like capitalism fuck niggas up, bro.
Oh, yeah.
And it got us in this hole where we feel like we gotta grind for, like you do. Yeah. You gotta grind. You got it without any difficulty. You won't get no type of progress.
That's right.
So like you got to, and you want to keep growing as a person, but don't make it about a dollar, because you'll fuck yourself up every time. You see it. Every time you see it with artists, you see it with kingpins, you see it with drug dealers. Scarface is a prime example.
Once you get greedy.
What Frank told him, he was like, the flashiest ones go first.
Yep.
Frank told the nigga, you
did.
gonna spend all this time putting your energy into getting the nicest car and all of that, and you're gonna be the first to go. It's the ones who fly under the radar that last longer.
Yo, man. Because I'm getting to the 50 mark, I'm going to cut it short.
Copy.
Man.
I mean, we could build, man.
Thanks for coming.
I appreciate you.
Bro, Ohzhe, O-H-Z-H-E.
Thank you.
O-H. No, because I kept looking it up, and I kept leaving the H out. And I'm like, nah, O-H-Z-H-E.
Yes.
Tell them where to find you, bro.
You can find me at O-H-Z-H-E. You can Google search that, and my name will pop up.
Yeah.
O-H.
It will pop up.
Z-H-E. Everything from my music, my videos, my interviews, everything will pop up. If you want to know like the more in-depth story of who I am, you can type in my name, which is Ozymandias. You see a lot of news articles about me doing my music program. You probably see SNUG. A lot of stuff I do with SNUG. You'll get all of that stuff. But O-H-Z-H-E is where you can find me. Yes. You can find me on Twitter at Him Jones. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm him.
Because he's him.
Like Jim Jones, but him.
He's him.
That's over here. Don't worry about it.
He's him.
But nah, bro, I appreciate you, man. Thank you for having me here.
I appreciate having you. I wish I could have stretched this to like 2 hours.
Bro,
but this man got to edit. He's going to kill me.
I'm sorry, bro.
But thanks for coming. Yo, O-H-Z-H-E. This is the ciphers. My boy just ripped the ciphers. We gonna keep moving, baby. That's what we doing, man.
Yes, sir. It's Ohzhe, and I just ripped the ciphers, you heard?